So, yes, you're listening to the PWPH podcast. We're still here, Christian and Julian of the PWPH podcast. If you listened on our latest episode, the Coke episode, thank you very much for listening on that. And I hope you guys are fine. I hope you guys are safe. And hindi kayo nabasa ng mga bullying-bullying sa labas. Anyways, this week on the podcast, this is a bonus episode because there's a current storyline that we have to talk about. Um, Julian and Christian are here still on the recording. On this episode of the podcast, we are going to talk about the what tawag dito? The current story of the Wyatt 6. So, alam naman natin na lumabas na finally ang Wyatt 6 sa television and everyone really loved it. And sa tingin ko talaga, in my opinion, dito natin nakikita talaga yung difference ng AEW at WWE when it comes to presentations. But so far, guys, can you please give us a background on what you guys think so far of the current era of WWE?
Currently, this is the best era of WWE.
Definitely.
So, right now, especially na malapit na mag-transition to Netflix era of next year, uh, this is really the best time to really invest time and feelings to WWE programming. No Vince McMahon, Sol Triple H, TKO, that's running the show, and the morale of the superstars is at an all-time high. And with Cody Rhodes being the champion,
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
and also Damian Priest being the two world champions WWE has. So this
Mm-hmm.
really best time to be a WWE fan and best time to start on being a fan of WWE and pro wrestling in general. Lots of interesting storylines going on. Lots of feuds that are being built properly. And ito nga, with today's episode, the Wyatt 6, ang ganda ng build nito. Lots of uh, pieces that are being brought together. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff in WWE today. And dito talaga masasabi na patience will always pay off in a grand way. So each storyline that's going on right now definitely may maganda at malaking payoff siya um, one way or another. Of course, Triple H always keeps us guessing, and maganda rin dito ngayon sa WWE is their collaboration with different promotions. You name it, All Japan, TNA, Noah, Marigold. I mean, this is really talaga yung time that Vince McMahon was still running the show. These things would not have happened in the first place. But with the current regime of the a lot of wrestling fans from from those promotions mentioned will
Mm-hmm.
really keep the eyes glued with our product. And also to add na rin yung Bloodsport with Josh Barnett. So Shayna Baszler is coming back there. So that's another win for the WWE. WWE delving on the indie scene, letting having their superstars go there is a huge win. So ito talaga yung best time na manood at magbalik loob sa WWE.
Julian.
Mm, okay. Current era in general ng WWE is definitely the best. one of the best times talaga that it's ever been in. Kasi like, napanood ko yung ano, yung interview ni Hunter kay Pat McAfee. I think it
Mm-hmm.
was um yung I like the way that Hunter described the current status of the WWE ngayon na parang it's not a sport, but to quote him, it's a movie about sport. And that perfectly sums up yung current era ngayon ng WWE. Like, sinabi nga kanina ni Christian, everything leads to like a big payoff na and everything. Patience really definitely goes a long way in this new era na
Mm-hmm.
ngayon. Um, I'd like to add then na like every little detail natin. Kasi nga, like ano, like yung mga nangyari from like ano, let's say 2020, 2021, they all affect the storylines that happen now, which is like really cool. That adds like, alam mo yung ano, yung level ng parang nag-intertwine talaga yung mga ano, parang very organic lang nung ano, pagiging intertwined ng mga details na yun into like that storyline and everything. So that's amazing. Yung in-ring work then, I think it's the best that it's ever been in such a long time. Yung mga pay-per-views ngayon, yung mga PLE, is like reduced to like five 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 show cards, parang five match shows, I think. Ayun, five match shows. So like every match has its like own time to like build up to like that crescendo, which is great because like we've seen like how those matches translate. Like kunwari yung kila ano, like let's say yung nung Backlash France, 'di ba? Yung tag team match na Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline. Tapos yung main event nun, Cody AJ and everything. Tapos yung from WrestleMania 40, night 1 yung kila Gunther tsaka kay ano, Sammy and everything. Like those were the matches that I guess you can expect will be given all the time of the world in the world to like
Mm-hmm.
ano to like build up. But ayun nga, like kasi akala natin before yung mga ganong matches will like ano lang, matatapos lang siya like after 10 minutes and everything. But no, like talagang may time talaga sila ngayon to like showcase their skills na parang umabot ng 20 minutes max, di
Mm-hmm.
ba? 20 minutes max, which is great, especially when you're building that story in the match, na parang when you're building that narrative. So, ayun nga,
Mm-hmm.
in-ring performance is at an all-time high din. Storylines given, all-time high din. Like, yung Bloodline storyline with from 2022 up until this year, 2024, parang from the Renaissance era to the current Paul Levesque era, it has gotten so much better na parang it aged so well. Granted, it aged well naman na since 2020, diba? Like, let's not disregard yung mga nangyari ng 2020 because that's where everything started eh. But like 2022 up until last year, tapos ngayong Paul Levesque era, that's when the storyline really picked up and it really like aged well then na parang it grew into like it transcended wrestling kumbaga na parang with the involvement of Sami Zayn, The Rock, na parang yung involvement nila doon makes the storyline transcend wrestling. And that's great for the WWE. And eto nga, ngayon yung Wyatt 6 na parang after months of like QR codes, teasing, yung mga glitches sa Raw, we're being given this grand debut, grand creepy debut for the White Six, which is fitting for not just the five who are involved dun sa faction, but it also does Bray Wyatt's legacy justice. So,
Mm-hmm.
ayun, di ko na masyadong i-expound kasi alam ko pag-usapan pa natin to. But ayun lang yung current thoughts ko ngayon sa current era ngayon ng WWE because it's really a good time to be a wrestling fan. Sa mga Kasi like I've encountered na rin a few people who say na parang, oh, dati nanonood ako ng WWE, parang ngayon di na ako manakod masyado. I always tell them na like ever since last year na now is the perfect time to come back to the WWE if dati kang nanonood, because like the storylines ngayon are so great, the matches are even better kasi like yun nga, like they're given the time, all the time in the world, diba? Na parang to showcase everything that they have. So ayun, I feel like I think ipipsa ko na to to those na parang gusto magbalik loob sa wrestling, to be specific sa WWE. Now's the perfect time because the Paul Levesque era is making wrestling cool again. It's not just the Rock's catchphrase now. It's everyone's sentiment, not just in the WWE, but I guess you can say for all of wrestling. So, ayun.
Ayan, I agree on all of you guys. So, hindi mo natin pag-uusapan yung buong aspect of the current WWE programming under Triple H era. Ating sinuri at sinalsal, pinagbas dyan, tong current era ng WWE. Siyempre, sinuri natin ng mabuti. Hindi suri-suri, basta-bastang suri lang. O hindi rin basta-bastang nood lang. Tong current Wyatt 6 storyline that we have. And we want to observe, hindi dahil gusto lang natin mag-observe. Siyempre, pagsusuri is a big word. And we need to take accountability of what we are observing. And if we are observing pointless things, then you're not observing. You are not listening or watching. It's just flexing. If you know what I mean. Bueno, let's continue. Wyatt 6. The members of Wyatt 6 is composed, in case you missed it, of obviously the leader, Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis, and then we have Eric Rowan, and then the former member Bray Wyatt still being referenced as the sixth member in kayfabe in heaven. So parang ganun the setup ng Wyatt 6. I don't think there will be additional members. If there will be, I don't really think it's Braun. I don't really think it's Alexa. So, eto nga. Sinuri natin mabuti tong current status of Wyatt 6. Again, running development ito. So, medyo iklian lang natin yung thoughts natin about this. Mga na-observe lang ba natin so far? Yung mga butas pa na pwede natin mabuksan? We will observe more of that if there will be new developments. Hindi basta-bastang suri. Pero, ayan, we will see on how developments will go. Like what you guys mentioned, Triple H loves to give us opinions or gusto niyang magtanong tayo eh. So, yan. Basically, what we're getting on the Wyatt 6 era. So, Wyatt 6, in case you missed it, the Wyatt 6 officially made their debuts weeks ago. And that was a pretty solid way of introducing themselves. Easily the best debut for a stable for a long time. And actually, the last time they did a really good presentation of a stable was Bloodline, easily. Pero debut-wise, I would say last time since The Shield, I guess. Pero it's a little bit subjective. I don't know if people will agree on me on that. But yeah, regardless, so far, since tayo naman ay nagsusuri at pinag-isipan itong mga bagay-bagay na to, ano so far yung thoughts niya about the developments of Wyatt 6?
Promising.
There you go.
Yeah, this Wyatt 6 faction is very promising and full of potential to the brim. So, yes, this could have been This could have been a 6-person faction. No, had Bray Wyatt not left us last year, but these 5 people will definitely do their best not only to honor Bray Wyatt's legacy, but to carve a legacy of their own. I mean, yung teases, several months of teases, as well as their grand debut, is perfectly well done. And despite of Chad Gable being a casualty, quote unquote, I mean, it had to happen. They needed to have someone that they quote unquote murdered.
Mass, may mass murder na mass killing sa WWE.
So,
Kung noong 2021 may mas releases, ngayon mas killing.
they stomp their foot into the food chain of WWE. So, and also si Uncle Howdy, yung segment niya talking to quote unquote himself, that was great. And yung questioning ni Uncle Howdy sa kanya na they're doing this thing to ride in the coattails of Bray. That triggered Bo. That triggered Bo talaga to pour his heart out in that promo. And which they thought na akala natin nakalimutan na sila, but they made us remember. And I'm really, really excited on how are they going to proceed with this storyline and kung sinong mga wrestlers yung mga kapit nila. And I'm also looking forward on how Alexa Bliss can potentially be involved here because she may not become an official member because dapat dito, as in, 5 lang sila. The 6th member is supposed to be Bray, but since Bray is no longer here, it should just stick to 5. So perhaps, I don't know, Alexa Bliss can be an ally, the faction maybe, and really looking forward. Who's gonna be feud with this faction? Not only with Uncle Howdy, but also feuds with the likes of Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, and John Gacy. They can have multiple, I don't know, concurring feuds at one time, like a major feud with someone, maybe Jey Uso, and they can also have side feuds with maybe Chad Gable or whoever. But what I'm really looking forward to sa Wyatt Six faction na to is their vignettes. Their vignettes during Raw, pieces in social media. I mean, sobrang ganda ng creative potential nito. They have the best people that will do their presentations for them. It's really like you're watching a movie talaga. You're watching a thriller movie, and with every segment that they're going to produce, it will really make you feel for more, and it will really have you question what's next or who's next. So in the years to come, really, this Wyatt Six faction is going to be one of the most talked about stories in WWE today. At the same time, making Bray Wyatt. Yun lang.
Tanong ko nga
Um,
kayo, sinuri at sinalsal nyo ba yung Wyatt Six?
Shit. Siyempre sinunod. Di ba? Di tayo dito basta panonori lang. Hindi, eto, to my,
Go, go, go.
to my point, naman, dadagdagan ko lang din yung point ni Christian kasi, nasabi na rin naman niya yung ibang thoughts ko about sa White Six. Yung debut nila, like, I really took the time out of my, kasi kakatapos ko lang mag-warm up ng sa gym. Nasa gym talaga ako nung, nung nag-debut sila. And so, like, kakatapos ko lang mag-warm up nun, kakatapos ko lang mag-incline nun sa treadmill. So, after nun, nung biglang, narinig ko na yung static, na parang fiendish, di ba? Parang fiendish na sound to signal the White Six debut. Talagang umupo muna ako kasi, like, I really, like, wanted to see how this debut will go down live pa. Kasi, like, so, kasi parang ayoko talagang, like, I wouldn't miss this for the world. Like, especially, like, after seeing yung mga dapat nangyari, had it bypassed sa story niya, and everything. So I was like, okay, I want to see this debut. I wouldn't miss this for the world. So, ayun, after kong mag-warm up nun sa gym, nung narinig ko na yung static, I was like, okay, here we go. And, ayun, I can definitely say that we were given one of the greatest debuts for a faction in WWE history. With that, since it's the best debut for a faction since the Shield. To me, I think this has been like probably the best debut since the Undisputed Era back in 2017 natin, 2018 this debut. So, ayun, like, it's the best debut for faction for me since the Undisputed Era. So, like, from the get-go pa lang, actually, nung mga pa lang, yung mga glitches pa lang, I was already hooked. Like, I didn't, like, hindi ako nagpaka patient kagaya nung iba na parang, tagal naman ng debut ng White Six. Masyado nilang minimilk naman yung mga glitches and everything. Like, I didn't really do that. Like, kasi, I'm at the point na rin na that I can fully trust Triple H with how he'll do the storylines in the WWE. And so, like, I applied that same lang then with the White Six. So when they debuted, I was like, parang take a bow sa lima. It was like they absolutely deserve everything. So there, like, I can say na yung debut name is definitely one of the best I've seen since in such a long time. So, ayun, with the storyline naman ngayon so far, like with how it's progressing, it's expect I didn't expect the storyline to go this deep this early. Like with the segment from Raw this week, yun nga, yung sa therapy with Taylor Rotunda, aka Bo Dallas. Like, that segment was like it was an outstanding segment. It really is. Na parang, alam mo yung tipo na, kasi you believed everything that Bo Dallas said in that segment. It's parang with Uncle Howdy, yung parang yung portrayal niya lang and everything is like, just makes it a really good segment. And it really brings the White Six back down to earth. It's like from last week's, or from like 2 weeks ago, I think. Last week lang ba? 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week. So, like, yung from last week's debut na parang we have this like notion na parang, oh, yung White Six is this supernatural group. Like, they literally committed like a massacre in their debut and everything. So, like, we expected na parang, oh, supernatural group to and everything. But with that segment, yung with Uncle Howdy and Taylor Rotunda, I feel like that brought them back down to earth because it added like a personal, like, I guess it added like a personal aspect to it. It added a personal element to the storyline kasi nga Bo Dallas parang it was evident in that segment na parang oh it was Bo Dallas who was like the mastermind behind the White Six because like not only does he want to like um honor Bray's legacy and everything but they want to like um continue it as well na parang not just to honor it but to continue it as well in a way that they can, 'di ba? Na parang though yes wala na nga ngayon si Bray and you know real life happens talaga eh. So like despite that um they're doing the best they can to honor Bray and his legacy and to continue it the way that they can. So there like I like after this week's segment I can definitely say that I am all in on the White Six. Like, hindi naman sa like ngayon na ako naging all in sa White Six. Like I mentioned earlier na I was already there since like I was already in it nung glitches pa lang and everything. But like right now, my like expectations for I guess expectations for lack of a better term for the White Six is like at an all time high kasi um it's such a movie talaga that ano it's such a uh it gives me like a feel of like yung mga slasher films and everything which is really cool. So ayun for like yung mga storylines naman for the White Six, yung mga dream storylines for them. Right now wala pa akong naiisip na na story na parang wrestler for them to go after. But like um basing from their debut, I would definitely love for them to go back kay Chad Gable kasi like ngayon like parang medyo nag-pivot si Hunter I think dun kay Chad Gable and the White Six na parang kasi like with in some aspects naman involved pa rin yung White Six with going like academy to some extent but they're not involved na sobra, 'di ba? So like I hope na after Chad wraps up his storyline with the Alpha Academy, I hope that he or the White Six goes after him ulit because from what we saw in the White Six's debut from last week's Raw, it's it's worth exploring. So ayun pa lang yung naiisip ko so far. Maybe after ng mga ng storyline ni Chad Gable with the White Six, maybe they can explore eto like I'm basing from the theory na narinig ko from Wheezy Blonde sa Instagram na parang kasi she brought up na parang what if yung mga inattack ng White Six kasi like there was a point in time na parang inakala natin si Gunther di ba yung sa mga inattack ng White Six in their debut tapos like beside him like faintly parang si Carmelo Hayes yun though different brand di ba but like um I think and I hope na parang they go after Gunther and Carmelo Hayes to an extent kasi like um it adds to the theory na parang oh what if they're targeting those that betrayed their family or their yung mga I guess yung mga people that they were associated with back then kasi Gunther was one of the people who were all in on kicking Giovanni Vinci out of Imperium tapos si Carmelo Hayes if ever nga na si Carmelo Hayes ngayon which is now proven false kasi nga lumabas na yung news na parang those were just extras but if that was Carmelo Hayes he recently betrayed Trick Williams before he moved up to the main roster, diba? And with Chad Gable, like given he betrayed Alpha Academy. So like I hope they can target those specific wrestlers or superstars in their first few storylines kasi that would make for a good narrative, diba? Na parang since the White Six is like this quote unquote parang spiritual successor na ng Wyatt family, diba? So, ayun, I hope that they can continue with that narrative in and their future storylines. And ayun, overall, I'm just really excited for the direction that the White Sox is heading towards.
Ayun. So, dagdagan ko lang yung thoughts ko about Wild Six and the storyline. And yes, sinuri at inobserve ko din to. I'm going to say that S word again.
Sinuri.
Sinuri at sinalsal. Putak ina, sabi ko lang eh. Huwag ko mga sabihin eh. Pero, so far, ayaw ko muna magbigay talaga ng honest thoughts ko about Wild Six. Kasi, everything is in progress. Everything is in place. Wild Six might be the best debut, yes. Pero, so far, I could not give them a proper thoughts, proper opinion. Kasi, in progress pa naman. I wish lang na Pro White Six can be prioritized. Same as how White Six or Bray Wyatt has been prioritized when it comes to this. I hope they will be protected really well, which is very given na in this time of Triple H. And ito, ayaw ko mangyari to. Promise, as much as I want to see them being protected, I don't want to see them winning the Royal Rumble next year. Because typically, Vince McMahon is doing that. Pag may namamatay na wrestler, then yung may related sa kanila, mananalo ng ganito, Royal Rumble, or bigger events like that. Ayaw ko mangyari yun dito sa White Six. I don't want to see them getting random accomplishments just because of Bray. Kasi mas malalang pang cash money yun sa White family or kay Bray Wyatt itself. Pero yun, so far, I really love White Six. And White Six, I swear to God, they are the best supernatural character that we might get right now. And especially with WWE going to Netflix, hindi pa sure yung status dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi putang ina na ng Disney Plus. Pero I hope that White Six is the thing that we need to embrace once this Netflix deal will take place next year, with some of the countries getting deal on Netflix. Pero given naman, di naman tayo sure if WWE lands on Netflix here in the Philippines, and I hope they will. Kasi everyone is sick and tired of Disney Plus, let's face it. Pero, yun nga, White Six, I don't want to give longer thoughts about it for now. Gusto ko lang talaga sabihin, White Six should not get any tyros anytime soon. And ayaw ko maging the Fiend tong Bray Wyatt na to. As much as I want to give them championships, pero I don't want this era of White Six to be treated as same as the Fiend na binigyan ng tyro para lang maging display, and it never works on their characters. I hope that Triple H will understand that as well. And ayun, I hope people will tune in more on this story because this is really interesting. Magbibigay pa tayo ng thoughts dito sa White Six at least isang buwan pagkatapos ng debut nila. Siyempre, susuriin natin. Gusto ko masuri natin, maimbestigahan natin o mabigyan natin ng proper opinion patong White Six. And masuri din natin o masalasal din natin yung mabuti itong White Six. Pero for the meantime, closing thoughts guys on White Six. Ano yung gusto niyo sabihin sa mga fandom na may ayaw pa din sa White Six?
Be ready. You're in for a ride. Yun lang.
Get surprised, motherfuckers.
Suriin ng mabuti yung pinapanood nyo. Huwag kayo basta-basta magbigay ng opinions nyo. But anyways, that's it for our back-to-back. Go.
Ito pala. Ito pa pala. Maging mapanuri, mapagmatsyag, mapangahas.
Mapanglawin.
Mapanglawin.
Gago.
Maging mapanuri tayo, guys. Maging mapanuri, mapagmatsyag, mapangahas. Mapanglawin.
Oh my God, mo. But anyways, that will be it for today's episode of the PWPH podcast. Again, you can follow us on Facebook and on X. You can follow us as well, the Main Event Mark, as the provider of the PWPH podcast on YouTube at MEM Wrestling Pod. And yeah, like what Julian mentioned, maging mapabatsyag, mapanuri, mapagsalusal.
Welcome to Mapanglawin.
Ina mo, Julian. Ayup ka. Anyway, that will be it for now. Thank you very much for tuning in on the PWPH podcast. See you on the next episode of the show. So we will find out next week on what will be the episode. But for now, in behalf of Julian and Christian, bye for now and see you on the next one. Julian!
Mapanglawin, motherfucker.
Nagkaroon tuloy.